the engine, get to rocket. It sound like a thunder rocket, yeah. I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the knock. Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, I can't do no time, don't leave that gun around. In my teens, we were acting up and running around. Now we're grown, still get to it if it's necessary. On the ground from January to January. Never met nobody who retired when they were young. So I guess I gotta get it to the cemetery. Getting paid just for rapping is fun. I lit up around the month of February. Told them side, no electric. It's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah. It's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777. Couple of money in my head just to say they did it. Can't lie, I'm so paranoid and the windows tinted. I own everything around me, you can say it's rented. Not talking phone numbers when I'm talking 7 digits. Earn it by the day, every second minute. Used to pay me none, look, now they pay attention. Everybody say they drip, but I banded it. See them copy all the looks, but I stay switching. Pick up the loot, then hit the bank. Can never change, still wrote the change. Captain say the pay, this ain't the day. They made me wait, I'm breaking chains. Yeah. Told me feeling bubbly out the rose. Took a minute, but I got it out the slow way. Friends turn to foes, haters tell them go away. Rappers making shiggy dance like a soul train. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. 777. Yeah. Told them slide, no electric. Yeah, it's getting hectic. 777. Yeah. 777.
see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ons. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Jordan number 7, he's bored though. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be. We just building, it's my season, lay foundation, make a name for generations, please and make a, then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be. Pure
dry, man. Tasting with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Think I'm Gucci Mane. I'm just playing in the cut, I got my Vans on. I'm not selfish, I get on and put my mans on. Always greedy since the day I got my first safe. 5'7", but I'm 6'8" when I stand on the money pals. Need a money counter, I broke my thumb from thumbing down. Wifey on my line, she told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumbing now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not knocking. Get out my way, I'm so unashamed. Throw to my veins, like my 2K green or blue, I'm not into games. Focus on your player's face while I'm stacking change. We throw out what you got on your whole crew late. Every time I drop it, knock you make the school face. I can't stand to be around people who are two-faced. I can't stand to do some business if you're too late. I beat the beat or defeated. I beat the beat or mistreated. I beat the odds deleted. On top, I'm ODing. No rock star with these leather pants. I'm ACDCing. When I die, I bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, that's rubbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not knocking.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah.
What's going on? We're back.
I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all,
In the chat room,
to the edge of it all.
hey, City, Ginger, let's get it.
'Cause I'll buy no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you good night. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now, before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes, yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
Ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Good night, 'cause I'll buy no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the
right, no matter what.
Susceptible now before the moment flies.
What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, y'all? We are back in the house. In the house is Pinact. Godfather back for another session of your soon-to-be favorite late-night show. So let's get into it, people. Shout out to the CIA, the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the FBI, you feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies out there. How are we doing? Everybody do me a favor. Only ask one thing, that you actually keep the engagement up over 50%. That's it. You know, likes, dislikes, it all counts the same in the algorithm. So for the people who think I'm just going to hit the dislike button, it counts as engagement. YouTube counts it the same. So if you missed last night's show, it was a doozy. Last night's show was fire. We had over 7,000 people, over 7,100 people turned in last night. And I think in a big part is because many people are starting to see what's going on. The situation, the state of, relationships, things like that, and the, mating and dating, time out for the games. People are starting to get serious, and if we cannot get this whole thing between men and women sorted out, straightened out to where at least people can, damn well get along, it don't matter who's in office. It don't matter who's in office, and it don't matter who you vote for. If you can't get along with somebody that looks like you or your daddy. So get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Woo, fragrance of the day. I love this stuff. Magnetic Blend 7 with Oud for Greatness. Don't be surprised if I tell you I got twins on the way. It'll be because of this mixture right here. Shout out to my next ex-wife. This time you ain't going nowhere. So you might as well be in it to death do you part, because either you gonna die or I'm gonna die. Anywho, the next ex-wife campaign. How we doing tonight, everybody? Let's get on into it. What is really going on? What's going on is today, far too many women are losing their mind when it comes to dating. In 2020 has been a year of foolishness. And I've heard some real crazy stuff. I've heard a woman say that a man is broke if he ain't making at least double what she makes. You've heard B. Simone talking about she don't want anybody but an entrepreneur because he understands her mind. And so they should be able to fly out to Paris for lunch as if a busy, successful, productive, high-value man would have time to just fly away just because B. Simone thought it was a good idea. Then it even came up to the point where there was a woman that looks like the rapper Trina, looked like her distant cousin with them crazy finger waves in her head. I mean, this chick was busted, in my opinion. Talking about she don't want no 9-to-5 guy. She need a dude to make fast money. This is what we're at in a lot of dating and mating situations where we got average looking women. Again, these women are not LA 9s. These women are not walking down the runway or gracing the cover of anybody's magazine. None of these women were that level. But talking crazy as if they only needed a man who was a multimillionaire, Other than that, they can't be bothered. Why is this important? Well, there's a rapper, a female rapper that goes by the name of Sweetie or something like that. She's down here in Hotlanta, and she's with Quavo of the Migos. Here's the thing, though, guys. As I'm going into this, we got to keep the likes up. If we don't keep the likes up, the engagement, you will hear this. And if you don't want the full song, you need to keep my engagement up. Right now, we got 2,500 people. We should have close to 1,200 likes. 30 seconds to get the likes up. Hit the like button. Come on, people. Also, shout out to Theo. What's going on? I got to come up with a different song, dude, because that hit the copyright thing. So I'm working on Theo's song. But right now we're gonna get you the double bomb though. I gotta get Theo a song. I got one I'm thinking of. Theo in the house, always coming through. All right, let's stop this. Here's the problem. Imagine you are an average, you're a guy, a man in his early 20s. Just got out of college or trade school or whatever. You're out here and you're earning $60, $70, $80, $90,000 a year. More than most Americans. You got a woman who said something crazy that you just need to see it to believe it. You can't even describe how crazy this crap is. I want you guys to hear what she said. I had it queued up, but as usual, when the show's going, it would stop. So we're going to open that in the app, and I want you guys to hear it.
If he's not getting you a Birkin, if he's not paying for your bills, then throw that to the streets, okay?
Say it again.
If he's not getting you a Birkin, if he's not paying for your bills, then throw that to the streets, okay?
Basically, what she said was, if that dude ain't buying you no Birkin, if he ain't paying your bills, kick his ass to the curb, okay? And then her boyfriend came up and did so here it goes. Let's do it this way so everybody can see it. Hey ladies, does your man buy you a Birkin? If not, kick him to the curb. That's the gospel of the rapper Saweetie, who has been seen in the video spreading her message with her boyfriend Quavo by her side. If he ain't getting you a Birkin, if he ain't paying your bills, throw that ninja back to the streets, the 26-year-old rapper preaches on Instagram Live story. As Quavo smokes in the background, the 29-year-old who is part of the trio Migos then walks towards the camera and shrugs his shoulders in agreement with his girlfriend. That's pretty much what you need to hear. Now, what you guys need to understand is we're talking about a woman who looks like this. This is what was talking. And that's the made up version. Talking about that. For those of you who don't know what a Birkin is a type of bag from Hermes. Hermes. Extremely limited. They go from $40,000 to $500,000. Just because you have the money does not mean you can get one. There's a long story that goes into the Birkin bag, the Kelly bag from Hermes, but trust me, as someone who has reviewed this bag, I've done an actual Lux review on it. And if you've been on my Instagram, you saw me talking about different Hermes bags. We're talking about bags that are purses that are $10,000, $20,000. This bag right here goes for $40,000. This is either a car or a very nice home. And this woman right here is sitting here saying, if he ain't paying your bills, if he ain't buying you no Birkin bag, throw that dude to the street. Now, see, when she first said paying your bills, I could even say, All right, because I'm not a 50-50 dude. But when she threw this in here, that's when I started saying, wait a minute, let me go ahead and put this on your head because that's where it belongs. Because this is what's on her mind. This woman right here, and no disrespect to you, Quavo, but if I were to see her walking out here in Atlanta, I would say she's a cute young lady. And honestly, I kind of dig some of her catchy songs. Tap 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 in, especially when that chick was doing their hair. I would play it, except I get a copyright. I mean, she's cute, heavily made up. You know, those long eyelashes, lots of makeup, but she's cute. But I'm gonna just say it in no stretch of the imagination. Could I imagine a woman along the lines of her looks being with a rich and successful man outside the black community? Talk about she need a Birkin bag. This shit only flies in our culture, to where you can have women who are sixes, adjustable sixes at best, thinking and talking and acting as if they are entitled to mad craziness. And my question is, ladies, does she speak for you? Because this has been a rampant thing, dissing, dogging, talking down to productive, competitive, successful working men, as if, you know, not only do you need to make 6 figures, plus you need to make 7 figures, 8 figures. In her song, I'm going to show you how to pull an 8-figure dude. Look here, babe. If you and Quavo go down, guarantee this, you won't be pulling an 8-figure nobody in the real world. Well, I take that back. In athletics and entertainment, that's its own world. Those people float around one another. Let's finish this out. Let's see what these likes are. No. See, I asked you once. I'm not going to ask again. Get my likes up, man. What are y'all doing? Get them up.
I'm a PhD.
She's a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
That was pathetic.
Danger zone.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm a PhD.
All right, guys, please let's not have to do that again. I would like to get one day not just having to play that song. I would like one day where we don't have to do that. One day where we don't have to do that. All right, so let me go ahead and put this Birkin back over here because these things are expensive. And just because you're dating a member of the Migos and he can afford that kind of stuff, it's crazy to run around and tell young women that if he can't pay your bills or buy you a Birkin bag, throw that nigga to the streets. Not everyone can afford a Birkin. Not everyone can even get one. Again, there is a waiting list to get these bags. You could walk in there with the money and Hermes would turn you away because they got it like that. Trust me, I know them very well. Ladies, please stop following this trend. Wrote one hater. Birkin bags literally look like purses that sell at Marshalls and Ross. Added another Instagram. Well, no, that's wrong. And the reason the bags are expensive is because of value demand. The market demanded them to be that expensive. I mean, the reason diamonds are expensive, they restricted supply. They restricted supply and they've upped the demand so they can charge what they like. But nonetheless, athletes and entertainers oftentimes speak as they don't understand the real world because they don't live in the real world because they make money in a different manner. If they had to come out here and make money for their skills that were not not entertainment related, a lot of this stuff would stop. One practical Twitter suggested another way to use the $20,000 instead of buying a purse. I'd rather pay off student loans, spending $20K on a Birkin bag. Another Twitter fan called out Saweetie, who was celebrating the launch of her new single, Back to the Streets, Thursday night, for asking her man to buy her a Birkin bag. But can you buy you a Birkin bag? Can you afford the lifestyle you're trying to live? Or are you looking for a sponsor or a partner? And that's where I wanted to come down on. Cool. You want something? I need you to answer the question, ladies. You finesse, you level up, you boss, you divas, you all these people. Can you afford the lifestyle you are talking about? Because a lot of women come over here talking about they want a high value man, a man who's making a certain amount of money. So, and let's be clear, you want a certain kind of lifestyle that you simply cannot afford. Fine. But to run around talking about if he can't give you the lifestyle, throw him back to the streets. Yeah. Part of this was part of her new record launch. It's good marketing. She went viral and she's known for her debut album, Pretty Big Music. It's not the first time the tap-in rapper has waxed poetic about Birkins. When she posed on Instagram with them before, look, her brand bought a Birkin bag. Great. But throwing the dude to the street, far too much of this is going on because this has even gotten into here in the business class. Those people aren't us. Ladies, you ain't Saweetie and Quavo ain't out here. You aren't... None of that stuff is running down to here. But let's translate it into something that we understand. The high value conversation. The productive, competitive, successful conversation. Ladies, do you look like what you're asking for? Because to say real men pay bills and buy Birkin bags, I got no problem with the first part. And me personally, I'm a bougie dude. I wouldn't have my woman in something that, if I'm going to get something, she gets something. That's the benefit of being with a guy like myself. If I'm rocking Hermes, she's rocking Hermes. If I'm rocking Dior, she's rocking Dior. That's me. And it's been me before YouTube and after YouTube. The question is, are your looks on that level? Are your looks on that level? And then is the rest of you on that level? Because you're asking for a whole lot these days. When country in the middle of people out and about, real estate dropping, and you got so many young black women, from Saweetie to that woman on the podcast, to that woman on the young lady in Houston on the Cruise Season podcast, the woman who was a baby mama in her late 20s talking about, if you don't make double what I make, you're broke. And if you make less than me, I'll abuse you. I'll talk down to you. I'm this and that. Ladies, you want a man to pay the bills. Great. You want a man to buy you a Birkin bag. Great. But let's go back to last night's show and look at what so many of your attitudes are like. What's a man who can buy Birkin bags? Let's move that to the side. What does a man who can pay bills get? What does he get from you? That's my question. I can provide the guys that can pay bills. 100%. I can provide 100% men. Men who make the money that can be able to pay your bills, his bills, and afford kids. Black men. What you got? What you got? What do you have? Let's get into it. All right. Let me look at some of these super chat questions we have right here. He said, please don't play the rock song. It's not a matter of one thing, man. The rock song is a matter of engagement. Sorry. Y'all need to start watching people's pockets too, man. That's kind of lame. I mean, I'm be honest, man. It's very unmanly for men to watch other people's pockets. That's kind of weird. Shout out, okay. Is that Ooh for Greatness? Yep. All right. Been waiting for this one. Been waiting. Hey Raven, are you losing your mind? What are you doing, Raven? Let me go ahead and time you out. Let's get something clear. Because I think you're misunderstanding some things. You're welcome to come over here and talk and rock out, but you don't come over here and promote your OnlyFans page. You don't promote your business. If you want to promote your business, you send me an email and you pay the promotion costs. You do that again, I will block you. So the question is this, ladies. I got no problem with you having standards. I got no problem with you saying you want a man who can pay bills. I got no problem with you with a lot of stuff that you ladies are asking about. You know, you're interested in high value this or productive, competitive, successful man. Or all right, great. What does he get? What does he get? What does he get? Are you fit, cooperative, childless, and single? Fit, cooperative, childless, and single. If you're not that, you can't ask for no bill collecting. You can't ask for a bill paying man. If you're not fit, childless, cooperative, and single, you can't ask for a bill paying man. And even if you are those things, what does this right here look like? I've given this before and I will give it again. You want a benchmark? You want a ballpark? Ladies, wherever you rank here, multiply it times $10,000. And that's roughly what you can get. Actually, it's closer to 9, but I'll give you 10. So if you are a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the face, that means you're average. Guess what? You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $50,000. Really closer to 45, but we'll give it 50. 45, 50. If you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here, fit, childless, cooperative, and single, and a 6 right here, you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $60,000 right there, 54 to 60. If you are an 8 right here, you can get an $80,000, 72 to 80. And if you're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh yes, still for you too. Because today, we also need to factor in your age. I'm talking about women who are under 30. Because when you ladies get over 30 years old, your list of asks start to increase because nothing's new to you anymore. And that's backwards. Let me go ahead and finish this out. At 9, roughly 90,000. But 9 is pretty much the top of the scale, 90 plus. You can get 90 plus, but nowhere, that's where the starting point. If you're a 4, 40 grand, average guy, average chick. I don't know what's wrong with being average, but let's get into this. This tends to be a big problem, this tends to be a problem when women tend to get older. Just because you are in the danger zone, just because you have
I'm a PhD.
or your master's or whatever, and because you're making $70,000 a year, doesn't mean you can get a man making $70,000 a year. You can get a man based on how you look. And that's why a lot of women have a problem. You get a man based on how you look, not based on on how you feel or your education or whatever. That's not how it works with men. And sadly, more of you ladies, especially you women, what's going on here? Here we go. Especially you women right here. We know what's going on right here. Especially you women right here. Hi. Here goes Sweetie. Oh, come back, Quavo. I need another Birkin, please. Oh, where's my Birkin? Yeah, you better ever let him go. Ladies, you need to start asking for less the older you are. The older you are, the over 30, you need to start asking for less. Overweight, you need to be asking for less. Anything on your record, you got to ask for less. And the thing is, this is why so many men over 35 don't want to date older women, because taking you to a nice steakhouse is not special. You know, like it or not, it's easier to please a young woman because just by sake of argument, they don't have the money, their own means to go do these things. So ladies, understand what men are thinking. And I need you to understand what's out here. Just because you have your PhD or whatever, you still get what you look like. I mean, if that's not fair to you, I'm sorry. But a man gets what his pockets are like. What do you look like? And this is a part of the reason why so many women have an issue with me when it comes to weight. Because 80% of you are automatically knocked out because you don't weigh right. You know, that's not me. But if you look at men, you know, men who are 6-figure, 7-figure men, you're going to start to see women on their arms who are not, you don't see big women on these guys' arms. Let me go back. Can you explain to women why having an OnlyFans or incentivizing sexuality? Yeah, if you got an OnlyFans, you might as well, you're knocking yourself out. Understand something. You ladies, man, a lot of you guys got too much experience. You got an OnlyFans, you got no shot at really getting a decent dude. You can be a fun girl. You know, and I know they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, Kim Kardashian made a sex tape. You're not in that lifestyle. See, what, how do I want to say this? Ladies, what kind of life do you need to decide today? What kind of life do you want? Do you want a life of independence, not answering to nobody, doing what you want? Then if that's the case, you can eat what you want, look like you want, be OnlyFans, live a bohemian lifestyle, have as many partners as you want, all that good stuff. But if you want a life or a lifestyle with a man in it, you're going to have to live a life of discipline, some rules and some structure. And that's just assuming you want a guy who's 50-50. The higher up you go or desiring men, the more you're going to have to live disciplined life. When's the last time you had a salad with a side of vegetables? Huh? I just cussed at some of you. When was the last time you had a salad with a side of vegetables? When was the last time one of you forget a Birkin bag, go buy a Peloton bike and put it in your living room? Because that's what guys want to see. I want to see your collarbones, your waist, and a nice natural butt. I don't want to see none of that waist trained foolishness. You should look good in a little black dress naturally. So, ladies, the question is, do you want a man who can pay bills? You say real men pay bills? Well, yeah, let's go for it. But can you get a real man? Can you get a man Can you get a real man? Can you get a man that pays bills? Can you get him to marry you? Not can you deal with him? Not can you hook up with him? Can you get him to drop to one knee in public and do this? Or are you going to be one of these women getting a 45-year proposal on an airplane? Because Shawiti and all these other rap and all these other people got y'all confused. Got you confused and sad up under the throat. But let's go back to last night's show, because for those who didn't see last night's show, there were a bunch of women on the platform, 45 plus, who were just, did any of them women look happy? Did any of those women look happy? Now, Ice Cube, that brother that was on that panel with last night with those women, that brother, after he got off of there, went home to his wife for 30 years.
Caused by food.
Went to his wife for 30 years. While they sitting up there looking swole up and mad. Right? Your friend who's a successful black man. Let's see this again. Let's see. And put something together for black people, right? And y'all can't. What was that going on? So we're gonna open the call lines because I know there's some women that are mad at me. I look in the comment section and it's so sad to see women who don't read or look at the video.
Well,
I don't think you ladies understand.
You know what I mean? So
I don't think you ladies understand. The women who have an issue with some of the things I say, you're not paying attention. The conversation has shifted. The tide has turned. You're still playing old rules in a new game. Men are not just going to start throwing Birkin bags at you because you're going to give him what you've given everybody else. You want a man to treat you special. Fine. You want a special man. Fine. What are you doing special for him? What are you prepared to do for a special man? It's hard for some of you to even be honest and say, you wanted to have sex with the dude. Ladies, you want a man to play by the rules, but you want to play games. You want a man to be straight up, transparent, and loyal, but yet many of you are still trying to play games and you're in your danger zone. And it's not working. It's not working. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you sound off because maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. And you can tell me, you know what, man? That's BS. Not only should men buy Birkin bags, they should buy Birkin bags. They should buy Kelly's. They should pay bills. Women should have to do nothing except sit there and be taken care of, be spoiled. Be taken care of, be spoiled, because that's what your job is. I'm tired of hearing you weak men complain about being a man and building Wakanda. Get out there and build it. Go out there and make the plan for Black America and drop the women's plan too, because that's what we deserve. Come on. Tell me.
Money work.
But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money,
no,
todo dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work.
PhD. But she can't get a man.
I'm a PhD.
PhD. But she can't keep a man.
Money work. Yo digo
I
las
want
cosas
you to
como
pay
son,
my
no
bill,
quiero
but you
ninguna
can't even get no
aceptación.
thrills.
Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah, no me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work.
But she can't get no man.
Money work.
But she can't get a man. Time to cam it up. Come on, people. Come on, ladies. Let's talk about it. Why do you want a man who can pay bills? Why do you need a bill paying man? Why do you need a bill paying man? Are you worth a man paying your bills? Seriously. Fair question. Are you worth a man paying your bills? I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Are you worth me paying your bills? Why should guys pay your bills? Sorry, guys. Here we go. I'm getting my new computer. Get this all sorted out. Come on. Taylor, go ahead. You ready? Taylor's. Hi, how are you? Just a second. I am well. What you got for me?
So I agree.
Did I pay your bills?
Honestly, I feel like it kind of goes 50-50. So I'm
Okay.
currently in a relationship, and my boyfriend and I have talked about this because, it's all over Instagram. And he even says himself that if a woman wants a Birkin, he even says that she has to earn the Birkin. And there's even some things that, a woman might think they do to deserve one, but realistically they don't.
Okay.
Um, if that makes any sense. So, like, he even brings up examples of um younger women that he's around. They want a Birkin only because they see their favorite celebrities with a Birkin, but they don't know how to treat a Birkin. They think that they could walk into Hermes and buy a Birkin.
Nope. I can't do
Yeah,
that.
you can't. And he buys Hermes, like their fragrances, their shoes, whatnot.
Oh yeah, I
And
get it.
yeah, like he doesn't like he knows that they don't understand. And I feel like it's kind of it's something like younger women unfortunately don't appreciate handmade, high quality designer items. And I feel like because it's been so popular, they think that they could just get one. So
Well, okay. Um, how old are you?
I'm 25.
All right. What blows my mind is listen to 25-year-olds even have a conversation about a bag that's $40,000, a bag that costs more than most cars that you guys can afford.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I
So
even say to my boyfriend, I do not want one. I feel like me personally, my boyfriend's a high value man. I personally
okay.
don't feel like I even deserve to have one unless I'm like, pushing out his baby or something.
Well, yeah.
But I would never come to him like, oh, like you need to buy me a Birkin, you need to
So
pay
what does
my
he do for a
bills.
living?
He works in tech, so
Okay.
he invests in startup companies, and he also helps build apps, and he's also in crypto too.
How old did you say he was?
He's 51.
All right.
So he's a
So
lot
okay.
older than I am, but I
Well,
do not
that's fine.
like,
I mean, well,
yeah.
here's the thing. When I hear women say high value men, I know that I need to ask some additional questions. So
Yeah,
51,
of course.
26. But see, here's the thing. Ladies, wives get Birkin bags, not girlfriends.
Yes,
And
I
the thing
agree.
is, and that's only the wives of the top 5 or the top 3%. Average people don't even know what a Birkin bag. See, what's happened is a lot of this luxury stuff has been put into hip hop. Talking about Tom Ford, I don't rock Molly, I rock Tom Ford. I'm like, you're talking about suits that are $5,000 to $10,000. This is not stuff for the average everyday consumer. to where we shouldn't be having these conversations. So, yeah, are you guys getting married?
I want to. We have talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long you guys been together?
Just a little over 7 months.
All right. Does so well, if you want to get married, does he watch my show?
Not as much anymore. He actually put me onto your show.
Okay.
Um, he watches the smaller stuff. I don't think he doesn't watch the live streams because they're like
Right,
two and a
right,
half
right,
to
right.
3 hours long. But he watches the short things.
I'm gonna start breaking those down. So I mean, I would. Do you want kids yourself?
Yeah, preferably two. He already has a son.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I know like for myself, I would prefer to have two kids.
Well, I would say this. Do respect, homeboy. It's time to start showing and proving. I'm just saying. 7 months. If you've been together 7 months, and you want to if you want to have kids, it should be more than a conversation. There should be some decisions being made in the next 4 to 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying that. Just putting it out there. I mean, at 51, this is on you. If you know what you want and you know you want marriage and children, and he's got the resources, and if you what he want, if he wants to marry you or be with you, or if he really likes you and but it's not there yet, then the fair thing to do would be to say and let you go on about your business. It's either you got to either cut bait or you do the other thing. So that's just something I would consider. 7 months,
Okay.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
I'm sorry. I can't, look, yeah, guys. Why did I say that? Because I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of messing with marriage women. If a woman wants to be married and she's fit, childless, cooperative, and single, we're not supposed to play with women that want to be married. Those women are supposed to be reserved for the husbands. The fun girls are the ones we're supposed to deal with. That's just in general, in my opinion. This is my personal opinion. But when you start talking about age gap dating, I really got an issue with that one. You know, it'd be one thing if you're 51 and she's 46 or 40, but you're in your 20s, man. Come on, that's not cool. All right, so here's the thing, ladies. Here you go. Let me do this too. What is wrong with some of you dudes? Let me see what's going on. Don't marry. What is wrong with you? Do. All right, so ladies, why should a man pay all your bills? Why don't you ever grow your beard? Because I like it the way it is. Ladies, my question is, why? Why should a man pay your bills? Seriously, why should he? Why should a? We're talking about men who can. Why should a man pay your bills? And last night's show proved something else, that far too many black women feel like they're separate from black men. You want your own stuff. Why should he pay your bills? He should pay his bills, and his bills should be your bills. But that's paying his wife's bill. Why should a man pay his girlfriend's bills? Seriously, should a man pay your bills as a girlfriend? Ladies, should a man pay your bills while you're dating? What do you think in the chat room? Yeah, I'm drunk and you're gone. Yeah, drunk off of Red Bull. Ladies, Are you the kind of woman a man would want to pay bills for? See, now over here, tricks pay bills. Over here is something I don't do. I don't do a lot of that trick, simp. I'm not a big fan of this. Don't open doors for women, and look, those are other channels. MGTOW, those are other things. I don't subscribe to any of that. Hey, no harm, no foul if that's what you want to do. But opening the door doesn't diminish me. I mean, I don't understand some of this. Well, I do understand some of it. It just isn't here. Not until marriage. Then why are so many women today so preoccupied with what a man has? If a man's money is not really a factor until you are his wife, why do so many of you ladies are so big into his resources? Unless he's actively pursuing you for marriage, why should case in point. Oftentimes you'll hear women talk about a man that they're dating. But if you're not dating him to any end, what he does and his money is just what? He's responsible to pay for the dates. And then if he chooses to buy you some stuff while it's birthday or something, well, however your relationship, but he's not supposed to pay your bills. Even a high value, rich, successful, competitive man, they're not supposed to pay your bills. That's stuff reserved for wives. And why is that so hard for a lot of you ladies to get? Because I will tell you, I've dated women who expected me to pay their bills. And they were shocked when I said no. I'm like, no. This goes on. And this is before, and this is not just a recent phenomenon. Ladies, if you're dating a successful man who has a nice income, that's his money. If you want access to his resources, you need his commitment. Now, I'm sure there are going to be some women, well, but you want access to her body? That's a silly argument. The only way you can make that argument is if you're a virgin. Because automatically a man's going to look at it and say, wait a minute. If you've had sex without commitment of marriage already, don't try to raise the price now that you're older. See, what a lot of you ladies are suffering from these days are the fact that with OnlyFans and with online, adult entertainment, there is nothing really sacred or special anymore. So what are you giving to the man that you want to be with that's special that makes him want to commit to you? It's not that men don't want to commit or get married or whatever. It's just, what are you doing? What are you doing? Chances she gave her body access to no hymen, no time. All right. So call in, ladies. The panel's open. You can call in and ask your question. Here's the thing. Ask your questions, ladies. Ask your questions. Why is this so hard for women to comprehend? Why do women today who fear commitment, who run from relationships, why are you asking for so much more? It's like it's backwards. You're asking for stuff that is reserved for wives and serious committed relationships from people you're just hooking up with. I mean, am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? Why are you asking for a man to pay your bills while you're dating? And would you feel some kind of way if he didn't? If a man could pay your bills, let's say right now, let's say we're going into this dark winter And let's say you're dating a Henry, and you guys are just started. You're in between the first through the 6th month. Your car note's due. Your insurance is due. You need help with something. Should he pay it? You got a $300 bill. Should he pay it? Because I know I've heard many women say, "Well, why not? Our date was $300." But should he pay your $300 bill? Mm. Mm-hmm. I personally think a man is impressed about money. I personally think that a man who is impressed about money won't have an issue helping his girl out or spoiling her. Well, let's flip it then. Miss Brown, should you pay his bill? If a woman's not pressed about money, should you pay your man's bill? Miss Brown, what do you think? Because I often hear women who think so cavalierly about a man's money. But what have I told you, gentlemen? Pay attention to where she puts her money. If she doesn't put any money on you and invest anything in you, pay attention. Pay attention. Especially if she has expensive taste. If she has expensive taste and she has nice things, that means she has access to resources and she doesn't do anything for you. Pay attention. So, what date costs $300? Are you serious, Niecy B? Is that a joke? I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but Niecy B said, what date costs $300? Let me go ahead. Are you kidding? Yeah. So basically what Miss Brown is saying is he's not pressed for money, so he should just be able to spend it. Well, first question is, why does you should already be paying your bills. What if he wasn't there? Who would pay it? Number one. Number two, let's say you do need, let's say, that's the wrong way to think about stuff. You're spending his money and you're not his wife. I mean, I understand your thinking, but things are missing in your thinking. And I want you ladies to kind of talk through what's missing. Where does she go? What date costs $300? I mean, seriously. Niecy, what did she respond and say? Niecy B, I'm not trying to roast you. I'm just trying to understand if that was a serious question. Because I don't know if you're saying $300 is nothing or $300 is too much. I mean, seriously. A good steakhouse, like I like steak. And I like cowboy ribeye. A good cowboy ribeye is gonna cost you anywhere from $78 to $95. That's just a steak. My steak is anywhere from $100. That's not, and it doesn't come with any side items. Side items are $12, $15. $300 on a date can happen real quickly when you're grown. I'm going to show this just because you sound crazy. Coco writes, I went on a date last night that was $300. I wiped my ass at $300. That ain't shit. Date better men. I hope anybody dating Coco that you see that. You wipe your ass at $300. Right. You won't call here with, I guarantee you won't call with that. Are you, ooh-wee. Such ladies. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. Make your statements. Date better men. Huh. Wow. Wow. I wipe my ass with $300. Wow. I'm just sitting back at and it's the way in which you're speaking. I'm like, wow. Bro. Wow. So, what it seems to me is though many women talk a good game. But when I was in New York, I looked around at how many people were out on what looked like dates. And I would say, even in some of the nicest places I went to, only about 25% of the people I looked around and seen looked like they were on dates. Most were just out for dinner. So we got to be honest and say that, ladies, dating in general is taking a nosedive. So you're expecting men to date high end, pay your bills. And all I'm asking is, what are they getting? Why are you, what makes you group of women so special? What made you better than the generations of women that came before you? Because the generations of women that came before you actually had skills. You know, the generations of women that came before you, while they may not have gone to college and had a PhD, the generations of women that came before you actually had, you know,
I'm a PhD.
They didn't have a PhD, but the generations of women that came before you actually, I don't know, they actually knew how to cook well. Not just that one dish. And ladies, shake and bake is not cooking. Kraft macaroni and cheese is not cooking. Like spaghetti is not cooking, ladies. Knew how to cook multiple meals, desserts. They knew how they could clean a house to where you could eat off the floor. They were clean. Should we go there? Ladies, I've heard, I'm telling you, some things I'm starting hearing from guys. That some of y'all are walking out around here kind of tart and tangy, little musky, a little musky. Who's been teaching you about how to, that should not be musky. Tartness and tanginess, great in a lemon meringue. Not so much. Should we go there? What makes you group of what makes women today so special? I mean, you got to understand that you're being compared to women in previous generations who who were just happy to have a husband that worked. And now you're wanting a man to buy you expensive bags and you can't even cook. Tart and tangy. Tart and tangy. I'm just saying. I mean, better get you some of that Pangea feminine wash. Shout out to Tasha Kane, one of her advertisers. Ladies. Now, for me personally, I don't deal with busted bras like that. I guarantee you, anybody you see me dealing with, you can say she checks out. PhD balanced. Yes. Because you new age guys, see, I would never kick it with a woman who, no. No. That's not how I get down. No. Everything should be on the menu. And if you tart and tangy, we got a wrap. No. That's a good way to get your walking papers. I actually kicked it with somebody one time. They had a little whoof. I was like, whoa, hey. I was younger too. I was like, what happened? You down there baking bread? She had a reasonable, I gave her a pass one time. She was a little, yeah, no more. None of that. All right, so boiled egg, tart and tangy. You know, your dog may not mind, tart and tangy. Yeah, that sounds like some like sweet tarts. It sounds like some candy. She's tart and tangy. TT, tart and tangy. Tart and tangy. But no, you tart tangy and you expecting Birkin bags? Seriously, let's get it back on track. Ladies, panel's open. Ask your questions. You have 30 minutes. Anybody who wants to call in, ladies, get first priority. Panel is open because I really don't understand why so many of you ladies today who are average looking, average built, even average attitude, are expecting anything other than an average guy and an average date. All things being equal, if you're an average woman, Outback and a Bloomin' Onion or Fridays or Charleston's or Cheddar's or Ruby Tuesdays or Applebee's, that's right there. That's winning. You talking about Fogo de Chao and Texas de Brazil and Morton Steakhouse and Ruth Chris and, you don't get that. Why? Look in the mirror. Step on the scale. Look at the dress size. I mean, maybe you get that on an anniversary or something, but really? Are you, ladies, asking more than your price? In the videos that did the most damage, I'll show it again. I want to show you guys one of the videos that really shocked people the most.
Ya no sabes lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Lo que manda aquí la clave.
This is one of the videos that shocked people the most. All these women in this one little black dress. Average women. Okay? But I can see many of these women talking as though they believe they have something. What are you doing, dude? No, you can't be on. You're going to have to get out of the dark, man. All right, so here we go. 6. That's a wife, remember? That woman, we're talking about Birkin bag range. No. Michael Kors, Tory Burch, but yeah, that's maybe a Dunia Burke or a Coach, but she's buying that as this one, she get a backpack. Nobody buying you no bag. Let's go on through 14. Let's get on down to the good part of it. When we gonna get to the good part? Woo. Okay, 0. 2, 4. Birkinable. 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 Birk. Birkinable. Let's do this again. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. All right, here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. No. If you're up in here, ladies, what you think? What do you think? You're going to start making demands on people? Who's buying this woman a bag? I mean, really? 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. And ladies, stop this stupid stuff with your tongue sticking out. More on this later. More on this later. All right, we got people in the comment section. All right, here's the thing, man. You're not going to be do. All right. Unmute yourself. First name? What do you got?
Talking about. And as far as the topic goes, with real men paying the bills and buying Birkins, so it really, to me, is just game, because a lot of modern women who operate under the 50-50 paradigm, like, you know, they consider themselves to be independent women who can pay their own bills, pay their own way. And, you know, the modern man is expected to respect that. And, you know, we do. But a lot of women don't also realize that that is really playing into the part of the game that a certain section of men have flipped into their favor. And so they're kind of flipping it back on them. So, and what I'm talking about,
you're kind of rambling, man. You're kind of rambling. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right, that kind of explains.
And well,
are you out here dating? Are you out here actively dating?
I own my own home outright. I'm in a different situation, so I can afford to go on dates.
Okay.
And so I've been out here.
So what made you want to? What drew you to watch Shira 7 and the level up channels?
Because it's an interesting perspective. When I was 7, because I learned the game through experience, and because I was one of these simps out here, and I was the ones who was actually doing this. I was paying, you know, and because I had money, you know, I actually did, you know, I bought a girl a car, and I put a girl in an apartment, and
is this
and I
recently?
compromised.
When did you buy a woman a car?
So this was when I was like 19.
I mean, all right. So ultimately, those channels, in my opinion, they're fantasy.
Okay.
They're fantasy. They tell women what they want to hear. Kind of like I looked at some of this stuff from, you know, Derek Jackson. One of his videos popped up. I'm actually going to make a response to it. They can tell these women anything they want to, but can they get it? And I've yet to see any of these women producing any results. So, I mean, just sounds good. But go ahead. I got some more people joining in.
Yeah, I mean, really, all I just wanted to say was, I mean, like, so a woman who's really just coming at it from this perspective of, you know, you got to pay her bills and buy her and spoil her on top of that for her to show you some type of appreciation. Really, you know, just to all the fellas, you're dealing with a player, you know, and you know, you can either play back and do the whole thing where you try to get the most sex for the least
All right, thanks. I gotta get on. Gotta get on. Y'all drag on too long, man. Y'all drag on too long. You gotta wrap them up, man. Yeah. Of course they're playing. That's fine. But there's always a game. There's a winner and a loser in every game. So, iPad 2, go ahead. Hello. iPad 2. That's you, ladies. I can't hear you. The microphone's on, but I can't hear you. Do, 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 do. Can you hear me? Still can't hear you. You just turned your camera off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you in the waiting room and I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring them back. All right, guys, do me a favor. When I let you guys in, okay, I'm gonna unmute you. Go ahead. When I let you guys in, guys, you got to get to the point. You can't just be rambling. Ask to unmute. There it is. Hello. Nope. Still got nothing. Still got nothing. Hello, Dominique. How are you? Good. What do you got for me?
I'm a pre-med in college, and I've been watching your videos, and were you saying that it's like a little bit hard for females with PhDs to get like high quality men? Like,
Did I say it's hard?
yeah, like I don't know if that's like attractive for high quality men to say that, you have PhDs.
Well, I have women who are PhDs who call in this channel who are married, successfully married.
What's up, Josh?
But the thing is, a man is not picking you because of your medical degree or your PhD. He's picking you because feminine, fit, cooperative, childless, and single.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep that in mind more because I also like my other non-Black female partners who are not so gun-hold on their academics, but more like, I don't know, just focused on getting a man. And I feel like I'm wondering if I should be like that or I don't know.
Well, do you want to be married?
Yes.
Well, yes. Then you need to focus on both because far too often women like yourself go focus solely on career and then you look up and you're 30 years old.
Danger zone!
And you have spent no time developing relationship or dating skills, and it's hard to undo that. I mean, are these, there are women in medical school or going pre-med who get relationships and marriage. So yeah, do both. Life is hard.
Yeah.
But
okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I'm coming back to you guys, iPad 2, whatever your name is. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so very nice to meet you. I am new to your channel.
Uh-oh.
So just kind of following along. So I've just
First off, let's start with this. What's your name?
My name's Susan.
Hi, Susan. How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. What you got for me?
So I'm 30 and I have 2 kids. So I'm single. I have 2 kids from a previous relationship. So I was kind of trying to rate myself, but I am still like very like young, active. I have a lot to offer. I make great money. I have good, well-behaved children, and I am in LA dating, and I just find dating in LA so hard. So I actually don't have like a problem like meeting like what you call like high profile men, like men or
You
high
just got a problem
value.
getting a husband.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because you got 2 kids.
So it's just the 2 kids thing.
No,
like,
it's not just. It's big. I mean, you're 30 years old and all this career stuff. But how many different fathers?
1.
Okay. How come you and he didn't get married?
I was so young when I was in that relationship, so I met him when
How
I
old
was
is your
very
oldest
young.
child?
10.
How old is your youngest?
7.
So you were 23. That's
When
not
I
young.
had my daughter, yeah. So my kid's father, he was older than me.
But
And
listen to what I'm about to say. You were younger. You were old enough to make babies.
yeah.
First one at 20, even though I'm not okay with it, you can let it slide. But the second one, man, that's a choice. Why didn't
Yeah.
you?
No, we were in the I was with him for like 6 or 7 years.
But you weren't his wife, and that's a
No.
difference.
Yeah.
So if you let me explain it to you, I'll try. You're a
Okay.
woman that was with a man for 6 or 7 years, and you gave him the highest honor a woman can give any man on the planet. You gave him children. You gave him not only one, you gave him two. And yet you did not require him to even bestow the title of a wife upon you. So you go back out into the market, older, with two children, you expect someone in that market to accept you older and bestow the title of wife upon you? That's how men look at it. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And then being in LA, one of the most competitive markets for women in the world. Competition is stiff out there. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Beautiful
Well, I
woman on every
wouldn't
corner.
say so I do meet great men. I don't think it's hard finding the man
No,
to
okay, man.
be committed to.
Oh, no. See, this is how we judge over here. We don't judge by dealing with dating. We judge in weddings. That's the only thing that counts. If you're not married, you're losing. See, that makes it real clear because you've had everything up to that point anyway, right?
I've been engaged.
Right. I don't count those either because women, especially a lot of black women, have been engaged for a long time, 3, 4, 5 engagements. See, when you make it real clear, there's a high value man or whatever term you're using, has any one of them married you? And the answer is no. And that's what I say. The dating market is difficult because you're not an unattractive woman. Sure, a guy will take you out for a nice date. You really want to know what we think? How tall are you?
I'm 5'6". I weigh 115 pounds.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'll take you out. Oh hell yeah, I would take you out.
So I don't have a problem finding men taking
Of course
me out.
not. I would. But the thing
dates.
is, what are you finding them for though? Yeah, I would take you out, get you a nice steak and some lobster. We'd have a good old time, and I would blow your back out, but I wouldn't marry you.
See, what I think I really have an issue is finding men that don't want the superficial. I feel like the type of guys they just want a woman that looks good on their arm.
Yes.
So when you
Hold
say
on,
down
listen. Let me stop
validate, I've been on
stop right there. Yes, that's what we want because that's who we are. And you want a
yeah,
man,
that's the problem I have with dating.
but
That's why I don't feel okay.
listen.
Listening.
You want men not to be men. You want men to think like women. That's not what we value, ma'am. We want a beautiful woman on our arm.
Yeah,
And
that's the problem.
well, no, you're the problem.
I'm the
Because
problem.
yes, you're the problem because I'm telling you what men want. You've experienced what men want and you've got a problem with it. That's your problem. We're not going to change. You're either going to get on board with it or you will die alone.
So what should I be looking for then?
Well, honestly, first you need to get down and understand that you have no leverage. You have no leverage in this matter. It's the men. We control access to relationships. You control access to sex. You need to understand what a man that you would want, what he would want in a girlfriend, wife, or significant other.
Like a good mother.
No, ma'am. No,
A
no, no,
good
no, ma'am. No,
wife.
that changes from every man. That changes from man to man. Where's your father?
Oh, I don't have I didn't grow up with a mother or a father.
All right. So, due respect, you don't seem to get that men judge the way we judge. And yes, like I said, you have no problem getting men to pay you attention. You've got no problem attracting men. But
Yeah.
getting a man to take you seriously, and would you like to be married?
I would.
Okay, and that's a problem because you're asking a man to become a stepfather. You're asking, let's say you're asking me to come in and take care of one man's child, a man's two children. I didn't create those. It's all downside. I've been a stepfather. It's a horrible deal.
What about the men that have children of their own? They want a stepmother.
Well, again, you still act as
like
though
most men at this age.
Okay, listen. I'll answer it. See, you're still speaking as if you have leverage in this thing. And I'm trying to level set you. Even if I have children, I got more options than you. I can go find a woman with no kids because I can afford both of you. If I can afford to take care of you and your kids, I can afford to take care of her and no kids.
Yeah.
Why would I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to, I'm not their father. They'll never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're very
See,
great
that's your problem. There you go, right there. She said they don't
really
need discipline.
Don't.
Okay, this
My
is
kids
why.
are so
This is
great.
why. This is you're in freaking sane if you don't think children, kids are not special. They need discipline just like anyone else. Maybe you don't. Okay, then this is the problem. They don't need discipline. So the answer is, could I discipline the child?
Yeah.
Okay, without you questioning me.
Yeah. If I choose you as my partner, like have complete trust in you.
Okay,
and, like,
so I could spank the children.
10, they don't need spanked.
No. I could spank the see right there. I said I could discipline children. You said yes.
Spanking. Oh,
Pay
Lord.
attention, woman.
I am.
You said I could discipline the children without you questioning me. Yes. So if I decide to spank them, I got to listen to your mouth because they don't need it. That's why you need to stay single until your kids are gone. That's the choice you made when you reproduced, ma'am. And I need you ladies to understand something. You going out here having babies without marriage and then breaking up with men, you incur consequences. We don't want those kids around us because we cannot take care of them, cannot discipline them. We don't want to have to put up with all this other stuff. You're a fun woman. Guys look at you and be like, she's got 2 kids and she's 5'6", 115. She's a lot of fun. She's obviously sexually active. I'll have a good time with you, but no way, not no way, but very unlikely the man's going to take you seriously, especially when you start talking. Because I believe what you're telling me is honestly, and I'm like, who wants this deal?
Who doesn't want this deal? A beautiful woman that is a great mother, has a great career.
Okay.
I'm
don't care about your career.
Strong, like I'm submissive.
No, but listen, did you hear what I just said? Did you just okay? Did you hear what I just said? Don't care about your career.
Yeah.
The thing is, ma'am, it's the 2 kids. That's the 2 kids. Everything you're saying does not overcome the deficit that 2 children bring.
If you have money, that doesn't matter to you.
If you have what?
I said you have money. That doesn't matter to you financially.
I have more.
You have what?
I have more.
More
money. I have more money than you. I have more money I have more money, and I can go over there and get her. And she's 25. And she has no kids, and I don't have to deal with any of the stuff we just talked about. She's 25, agreeable, cooperative, fit, and ready to get on my program. Have butt naked, freaky circus sex, and she's happy to be there and experience all these new things. I'm dealing with a 30-year-old woman who's got her mind. Listen, okay. See, when this conversation is over, I go back to my wonderful life. You go back to your life still trying to figure these things out, and I'm just trying to help you, lady. I'm not
So
saying you're
just
not. Everything you're
don't try
saying
to
you
settle
are,
down for the next like 8 years,
but you're
basically.
not. Okay. And who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I mean, I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options. I don't really like
Ma'am,
them.
you
I
did
I like.
no, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. You can either, ma'am, you don't have these kind of options. And
I
I'm
do
trying to
have
explain.
options.
Okay, then you wouldn't be here if you actually had options of the kind and caliber of man that you want. Then they were really considering you to be their wife. You wouldn't be here right now.
I know. I'm just kind of like learning about. I mean, I'm new here, so this is literally like my first time like really
Well,
watching
but
the
the thing
video.
is, ma'am, you're still you're a baby mama of two,
Hmm.
and are you telling me you're dating someone seriously?
Oh, I always have options.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you are vague, I'm going to bid you a good night. Just asking you, are you dating someone seriously?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been seeing one another?
It's been like 2 years.
2 years. Has he expressed any desire to make you his wife?
Yes.
Has he taken you ring shopping in the last 2 years?
We've been ring shopping, yeah.
When?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
But this ain't the guy that like really just like sparks like my I don't know. It just doesn't feel like someone I want to be with forever. So that's more
So I
so on
go
my
back to
part.
the
That's more on
first
my
thing I
part.
asked you. Are you telling me you are seeing someone, then the man who's actively considering you is the man you want to be with? And you said, I've got
No.
options. And you just went through this convoluted way of getting back down to, I
Because
got
it's hard
somebody
to
in the,
explain my love life.
well, no, ma'am. What it is it's hard for you to deal with the truth. What it is one, you don't have a man that you want considering you to be his wife. You got a man that you don't want who sounds like he would take you, but you don't want to marry him. That's why it's been 2 years. This is why you're on here trying to figure it out. And I'm only trying to help you, but it seems like you'd rather argue or be right than listen.
No, I'm not trying to argue.
Okay, well, then I need you to understand that your children are a massive impediment. How about this? Would you like to have additional children?
I would.
How many?
Oh, maybe two? 1 to 2.
So let's say you and I were to get married, okay?
Hmm.
What you automatically set up is you get pregnant on our wedding night and you give birth to Kevin Jr. Then a year after that you give birth to Kim. Kevin and Kim are my biological children with you, right?
Okay.
Then I still have to take care of your 2 other children, right?
So we have 4.
4 kids in the house.
Yeah.
Kevin and Kim are mine. If
Hmm.
I decide to spank Kevin, you can't say shit to me because he's mine biologically. You can't
Don't
tell
worry.
me to listen. Okay, you're going to sit there and zip your mouth and let me get through the example before you say something. Can you do that? Give me a minute. Kevin and Kim are mine. They're my financial responsibility, and you cannot pull the mommy card on me because biologically you can't one up me. You can't play the high joker. You can't say those aren't, but when it comes to your children, they're your children. I've got to discipline them in line with what you think is right. So I got two sets of kids in the house under 2 sets of rules. That's madness. I've seen it. Men don't want that, ma'am. Can you understand that?
Hmm.
That's the problem with having children already. Because you would have 2 kids by me, 2 kids over here. But yet, if they want to go to college, I'm still supposed to pay for it. If your children want to go to college, I got to put a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and provide for them just like I was providing for Kevin and Kim. Except Kevin and Kim, let's say you and I divorced. Kevin and Kim are mine. I still got visitation. Do I necessarily have anything with those kids? If you decide not to let me see my stepkids, you could cut that bond. You ladies never think of it from a man's side. It's all what you want. And like you said, you want a man to not be into all this superficial stuff and which means you really don't give a damn what we think. We're just supposed to come in and do what you need. That's fine, but you better be offering a hell of a deal. And I've yet to hear that.
Only because of the kids.
Well, the kids are big, ma'am. They are big. I mean, and here's the thing. You do have the option because you say only cause of the kids, but that's a big deal.
Would you date so you dating a woman with children is like off the table for you?
I married a woman with a child, ma'am. I understand what I'm talking about. I'm just doing. No, I would not date a woman with a child. No, I would not.
Gotcha.
I've been there. And the thing is, where's the children's father?
Oh, I left him.
Where is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he involved in the children's life at all?
Yeah.
Then if you really are serious, give custody to the father. Go off with your new husband and make a new family. See?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well, then guess what? Buy a dog and wait till they're out of the house, man, because I've talked about women like you all the time. You're not willing to give anything up. I asked you about discipline. They don't need this. They don't need that. Give up custody. Can't do that. Ma'am, you're not fit. I mean, no disrespect, ma'am, but you're not really fit to be with somebody. You want someone to fit into your particular jagged life. And why would a man who has options choose that? Just because you're attractive? I mean, you're attractive, but in LA, that's a dime a dozen. I mean, you'd have to understand that, though.
I do know that, but I think I'm more valuable than just the way I look.
What?
I said I'm definitely more valuable than just my looks.
Granted. I'm never saying that you're not.
Like I'm from the Midwest. I'm a good Midwestern girl. I'm not a LA girl, so I'm not.
I'm from Oklahoma, ma'am. I'm from the Midwest too. But what I'm saying is, okay, let's try it this way.
I know. I hear you.
What would the kind of man that you want? What would he want from a woman? From a wife.
From a wife,
mm-hmm.
he would. I think what I value, like just at the end of the day, is just like pure connection. Like, do I like love? It's just love. There's nothing else. Like, do I want this person? Do I look up to this person? Do I feel like this person is a good person? Do we share the same values? The same morals? Like, is there laughter, joy, excitement in our relationship?
What does he want from a wife, ma'am? And you gave me.
Oh, what does he want from like just a wife? Like maybe just a good housewife, a woman that cooks for him.
Okay, ma'am. So let me ask you a question. Were your mother and father married?
No.
All right. Then you were not raised to be a housewife.
No, I don't think I was. I definitely was not raised to be no housewife. That's for sure. But
listen,
I can't give up on that hope and that dream that I'll find the right person.
If I'm gonna slap the smack out of you. I'll let you go, man. But you cannot overtalk me. I'm trying to be nice, man, but you're not gonna do that. Look, you weren't raised to be a housewife. And you just said the kind of man that you would want, what he would want is a good housewife. Then he wouldn't want you because you're not one. By your own admission, you're not one.
I wasn't raised to be one.
Which means you're not one.
But I had great influences.
If you had such great influences, why hasn't someone Why? See, I'm done. Because you keep over talking me, man. Yes, I said it. And if you want me to go for because I've told you to stop over talking me. When I start talking, you stop.
Yeah, but you don't have to call me a bitch.
Bish, I'll say it again.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Bish. Fuck is wrong with you? What you just witnessed was pretty privilege. She's used to getting by on her above average looks, but she's got below average outcomes. And no matter how I tried to talk to her, she's going to sit there and stamp her feet because she was going to get her way. I'm not trying to screw you, and I'm not impressed by you. I see prettier women in my personal life. So due respect, ma'am, I was trying to have a conversation with you. And I told you multiple times, stop doing it. But like the little petulant child you are, you're going to have your way. That is why you are unfreaking fit for a relationship. You picked a deadbeat. You sat there and lied about being somebody's therapy. I let that go on because I need you ladies to understand that's what's out here. That woman had no concept of what a man would want. All it was men shouldn't be this way, men shouldn't be that way. Then go get a woman or go buy a dog. Well, he would want a loving partner and somebody to be there and da-da-da. Are you that? No. Well, he would want a good housewife to take care of. Was your mother and father married? No. Then you weren't raised to be a housewife? No. So not a housewife. Well, no, but I can't give up on the hope that I could be. Okay, you could also be an Olympic athlete too. You're not going to give up on that hope? Yeah. It's time to stop hoping. It's time to start getting adjusted to reality. It's time to put some of these foolish hopes up. Fantasy. You hear? Well, could I discipline the children? Sure. Without having to listen to you? Yeah. Even whoop. Well, they wouldn't need a whooping. They wouldn't need this. They wouldn't need that. Ma'am, I got news for you. You want men to not be so superficial? Based on the conversation we had, that's all you have to bring to the table. I would say all. That's the highest of your selling effect. That's it. Because your history, your past, dad, child's father. I mean, you guys can go back and listen to it. So that's what you get, lady. And I tell you one more thing. She could hear me speaking. The fact of the matter is she was triggered. And when the reality starts setting in, then that whole sugary sweet thing started to become more passive aggressive. And sorry, ma'am, just because you didn't use the word, you still were being that rude. Should not have to tell a grown woman to stop over talking me. All righty then. So, let's see. She thinks she did something. Well, you don't have to say. Well, all you gotta do is stop. Ladies, woosah. I don't really think you ladies understand how much having children impacts your ability to get with somebody. How many times have you heard a woman say, well, just because of the kids? Just because of the kids? Yes, man, because you're not supposed to be out here. You're supposed to be with the man you made those children with until death do you part. See how it's supposed to work? You educated PhD.
I'm a PhD.
This is how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to go out and have all your fun, ride the carousel, have hot girl summer, do all the things you want to have, make bad decisions or whatever. Then you're supposed to pick or get picked by a man, choose a man, be chosen by a man, and you get with him. Then you marry, state-sponsored marriage, whatever you call it. This, until death do us part. And then you start having offsprings from that. But you're not supposed to leave this. Only in cases of dire emergency, meaning extremely abusive, rampant, unrepentant adultery, stuff that's going to endanger the life of you or your children, not your happiness, not irreconcilable differences. We grew apart. You're supposed to stay in this till you die, because you have children coming out of this, and no one wants to take on the responsibility of another man's family. But so many of you women out here are walking around with another man's children, thinking that you can visit that upon guys out here. Well, what about the guys who have children and would they want to be a stepdad? Not necessarily. They don't want to deal with you. Especially having your children in the house, their kids, too much. And then dealing with a woman who lacks the ability to really get on the man's program or be cooperative. You'd rather just go get a 25-year-old with none of that. So, that was a good call. Because I knew at some point it was going to go off the rails. Because when the reality of life, the reality of her situation started to set in, that, ma'am, you had a baby at 20 and another at 23. Whatever's going on in your family life, your upbringing, seek therapy. I recommend it to everybody. It would be a good idea to get that under control so you can at least start making better decisions. But on the other end, men are who we are. You want us to not pick you based upon superficial stuff? That's us. And like I said, there are plenty of men to be like, oh yeah, I would take a little 5'6", 115-pound self out. Little cute, yeah, you can give her a steak, get her the blue crab claw, get her whatever, because I'm going to break your back and I'm going to send you back to your kids. And we can do it again next week. Because you ain't staying at my house. You got to go back to them kids. Even more serious than a dog. Am I lying, gentlemen? That's what guys think of when they see a single mom of 2. What you going to tell them? Well, you got to wait 3 months. You need to take me on 12 dates. What? You lucky I didn't take you to McDonald's. I mean, seriously. Ma'am, you can think I'm crazy as hell. Look in the comment section. Look at what the women are saying. No one tries to wine and dine a mama of 2. So, and for everybody who thinks, BISH. It's a nice way of not cussing you out. But if I rise to the level where I say that word, you've earned it. All right. So let's see what we got here. Oh, it's after midnight. It's after midnight. I'm sorry. Gotta shut these down. It's past midnight. All right, so here's the thing. Woosah. Thursday night is the interracial show. Thursday night, if you're a non-black woman and if you're non-black and you're interested in dating black men and you've been sending emails, that's the night I'm going to the interracial dating show. I'm going to only do this one time. Ooh, this is gonna be crazy. There is a not insignificant amount of women who watch this platform, and yeah, I just had that show. IR dating, questions about it. It's gonna be more of a panel thing, I think. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It'll just be Thursday night. So if you got questions, like the woman that called in and asked the other night, that'll be the night to do it. Tomorrow, though, I think we're gonna do the show about dogs. We're gonna have to do the show about dogs. We're gonna have to do the show about dogs. And I forgot to let my thing run. We're going to have to do the show about dogs. What is the show about dogs? I didn't let my banner run. The show about dogs is ladies. If a man buys you a dog, if he surprises you with a dog, pay attention. That's high level game. We're going to talk about when a man surprises you with a dog. We're going to talk about when you get a dog with your ex. We're going to talk about you ladies that go out and just get dogs because you're lonely. And how being a dog mom impacts and affects your real world relationships. If nothing else, I have seen men really want to talk about this, and I've seen women really surprised that men have such strong feelings about these dogs. Dogs, I'm just like, whoa. I was surprised that women didn't understand that when you talk about you can't take you nowhere, can go on a weekend, you got to put the dog up at doggy daycare or boarder or whatever. Got to get back home to let the dog out. You know, you go over to the house. I wish the dog would grab one of my shoes. Dog nibbling, chewing on your shoes and carrying on. I mean, there's a lot of stuff about these dogs, man. Especially when you get them little yapping dogs, yip, yip, yip dogs. Then you mess around and get, man, we got to talk about these dogs. Dogs, ladies. And it's going to be some mad women because a dog is not, that's a 10-year commitment. But it's amazing how many women are.
Danger zone!
And here's the thing. Chill out on these stuff on the. I don't know. I may have to even turn the chat room to members only because, that's gonna be a funny show. But why am I doing this show? When Dr. Tia Son Johnson was on here, he was talking about the amount of non-black women who come to his class that want to learn about the black culture, so they'll be better able to interact and date with the black men that they are attracted to. I wonder how many black women realize the very black men that you think are there for you, that you are so picky about, telling them that they need to buy you Birkin bags and so forth. The blue collar, the 9-to-5 guys that you just think because they're making $50,000, $60,000 that they can't, that you're doing them a favor after you've had all your fun. You think they're going to be around. No. Non-black women are coming at black men heavy these days. These handstand challenges, Becky's got no shame anymore. Becky's been in the gym doing squats, getting her butt up. She's taking it. Anyway, we're going to talk Thursday night. Only one show about it, though, because I don't really feel like going down that path. So, he said, I hate cats. I like dogs. Well, think about cats, man. Cats, they don't really mess up the game like dogs do because cats are independent. Dogs like to throw salt on the game, man. They like to throw salt on the game. I think they know how to mess with you too. Especially if you got a boy dog. Man, a boy dog is like, man, you can't be up on my mama like that, man. What's up? Mm-hmm. They believe a dog is their man. Man. Yeah, the dog is crazy, man. And again, how do you get a dog, in my opinion? I think dogs should be saved to marriage. I think you should wait to buy a dog for marriage. Save something. What are you saving? Here's a question. Ladies, what are you saving for marriage? That could be Friday's video. What are you saving for marriage? You already got a house, a dog, you eating steak and lobster. What are you saving for marriage? What? You got kids? I mean, what are you saving? You already had all the freaky circus section. What are you saving? But that's cool. That's fun. Shout out to the caller. Lady, you didn't have to keep on over talking me. I wish you'd have kept that stuff together because it was a good conversation. But I don't allow anybody to do that. And you were asked many times, if you have your stuff together, if you have your shit together as a man, I'd like to profile you. In the lead up to the show, while the music is playing, I would love to say, hey, that's Aaron. He's a 28-year-old accountant from Houston. Hey, that's Sheila. She's a 27-year-old PhD from Dallas. If you have your shit together, I would love to profile you while the music's playing. Like for people to be able to see people who have their shit together. And it must be LinkedIn level, because I'm going to go on your LinkedIn and check to see your resume. I want to see nobody who's been working fries at McDonald's last 3 years. No, thank you. Men, I need you to have a work history. I need to see your LinkedIn, your resume. Ladies, I need to see your, I don't need this right here. I don't just want your face. I want to see from here on up. Yeah. Yes, I'm judging you on your looks. Yes. Fit, feminine, childless, and single. And fit, feminine, cooperative, and single. That's the ideal. Yes. Not just here. From here on up. Preferably all the way up. I want to see the ankles. Yes. Dress preferably. Yes. Time to raise the standard, ladies. Gentlemen, ladies, LinkedIn level. Love to profile you. If you have a business that you would like to, if you have a business, I'm going to start actually doing commercials and advertising. So yeah, you can send me an email and we can get some of this stuff going. My little crawl down here. This space will be going during the broadcast. This space may soon become available. I'm about 95. We're in overtime now. I'm about 90% sure that I'm moving to New York City. I enjoyed it a lot. Tomorrow, Wednesday is official ladies' night, but I'm going to start doing probably bi-weekly shows. We're going to at least do 2 guys shows every week or every other week. Thing is, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to be dead honest. I want men who call into the show who are good representations of manhood. I need you to have your shit together. I need you to call in and be able to speak in clear sentences. Speak like an authoritative, accomplished, productive, successful man. If you cannot meet that bar, I will not put you on the show. I'm not going to damage the image of men. I want men who have their shit together. If you like to call into the show, that's all that I ask. I don't want to hear, yeah, cuz, bruh, fam, well, you know, like, click. No. We must do better. The bar will be raised here. No negotiation. To get on camera, to profile you, you will be at least in a button-up and a jacket. Not necessarily a suit, but a button-up and a jacket. You will be LinkedIn level. Professional, photos. Thank you. Professional looking. Ladies, I need to see you in a dress. Blouse and skirt. Say the yoga pants or something else. Take off the Cupid doll eyelashes and the clown makeup and the lace fronts. No, thank you. Can you just look your natural, beautiful self? That's all we really want to see. Have your stuff together. Let's start improving the image one pick at a time. But as usual, I got to grab something to eat. I'm hungry. Until the next time, pitties. We are Gizone. Oh. Yes, we're also going to talk about, does racism cause obesity? Yeah, apparently that's a thing. I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. It's not hard to fool me. Shout out to Theo. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Let's run through these. Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Seeking Knowledge. Shout out to Raven again. Shout out to Theo. Shout out to Dre Day. Shout out to D. Gilliard. Shout out to Specula Dracula. Shout out to the Marfuki Man. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Lynn. Shout out to Chris 123 Jack. Shout out to Ace T. Shout out to AC. Shout out to Christopher Blake. Shout out to Andrew Anderson. Shout out to Wayman Brown. Shout out to Dr. Lucia. Shout out to Coco. Something sounds Japanese. Kind of dope. Hungry. Shout out to Addie. Shout out to Mr. Garrett. Shout out to Cashmere C. Shout out to Coco again. Shout out to Be Smooth. Double it up. Shout out to Rafiq Warfield. Shout out to Be Smooth again. Shout out to Malevolent Elephant. Shout out to World Is Mine. Shout out to Smurgo. Shout out to Barry Lee. Be Smooth in the house again. Shout out to But That's Under My Crypto. Coco coming through. L Nixon Cat. DTN Professional Window Cleaning. Good man. Intellect. Philip. Kenneth. Bob. Wayman in the house. Good man and Prodigy. Many people came through with some double ups. We're going to get a way to announce the double ups. What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Here's how we do this. Support me on Patreon. Support the program. Support me here on Patreon. One of the best places to support me right here. Kevin R. Samuels on Patreon. Video dropping tomorrow morning. Join me on IG for videos you will only see in the frat room. Call it the frat room. When they're up, they're up. They're down, they're down. Email your show ideas to info@bykevinsamuels.com. Ask your questions at AskGodfather at info@bykevinsamuels.com or go to bykevinsamuels.com. Booking, pick your session. Respect my inbox. Peace out.